I love just gapping people and they're being like,
And you love gapping
wow,
them and telling them that it's
what
stock.
is this? Yeah.
The Gapplebees.
The Gapplebees.
What's up you guys, I'm Raspreet Gill, welcome to the channel, and today I have a 2015 Mercedes AMG GLA 45 right here with me, and I also do have its very own owner Abhishek as well. So Abhishek, what is happening my bruh?
How are you doing, bro?
I'm good. So what made you pick this car up when you were in the market?
So when I was in the market, I picked this car because I wanted something fast, fun, and good that was usable in India, like daily drivable in India.
Yeah, I'm sure the ground clearance in this thing is awesome, and it's packing, what is it, like 380 horsepower, 355?
370 horsepower.
370 horsepower right here.
Yeah.
What were the other cars in your list that you were considering?
So I was looking at the CLA 45.
Okay.
The C43.
The CLA 45 would have been really low down
Yeah,
then.
so I test drove that and it was like scraping over speed bumps and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's not like a hassle that I want. I went with this and I feel like this looks better, it's more unique as well.
Yeah, how many of these are there in Mumbai at least?
5 in Bombay.
Or 5 of those in Mumbai, fine, whatever. So now underneath the hood we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it even says it's handcrafted by Stefan
Roblet.
That's right.
I actually tried looking for the guy on LinkedIn and I found him, but he didn't reply to me. I'm pretty disappointed.
Well, they can get that way, I guess, when they put in so much of mehnat to handcraft something like this right here. Drops onto the TriStar logo in the middle. A couple of louvres. It even says AMG out there. And then we even have this air intake out here. It's actually real, fully open. So what are these, Abhishek? We have 19 inches right here. Did they come blacked out as stock or you got them painted?
No, they were blacked out as stock.
Awesome. Nice little massive AMG red brake caliper as well right in there. And then we even have these ventilated discs to go with. How's the braking on this vehicle though? Are you satisfied?
Yeah, the braking's really good. Stops on a dime.
Alright, we got a really strong looking shoulder line as well out here. We even love your Sunset Raceway sticker right there. Who gave you this?
Alex Choi.
Alex Choi. Pretty awesome. This car doesn't really have any extended fenders or something at the back. It's again as standard as the regular GLA, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is. It's not any wider.
Yeah, it's not wider, exactly. But I love the spoiler yet again. And then we drop into these chunky looking oval shaped brake clamps. We've got this to ensure there are no scuffs coming in on your bumper. And right down there we have like what? It does appear like a quad exhaust, but there are like a couple of tips on either end, isn't it?
Yep, just one small tip on the...
That's a typical AMG thing after all.
I guess it's just to keep design continuity with like all their models, you know? So that
Alright,
you
that's what it is.
recognize that it is an AMG.
Now with all the practicality in this vehicle, I think this is where practicality goes right out the window.
Yeah.
Because of the spare wheel being right on top. It's a full-size one, at least it appears that way. So if let's say if you want to carry luggage into this, you're going to have to get this out of the way, and then you have like a safety hatch out here for storing your first aid kit and stuff, and then the rear seats are foldable in the 60-40 split. Yeah, that's what it is. And we have a little bit of parcel shelf out here that is retractable. If you want to shut the boot, there are no buttons up top. You just got to hold this lever and dump it down. So now, aside from those exhaust tips, we've even got this diffuser that's running out here. Haven't you ever thought about getting some kind of carbon or gloss blacking this thing out?
No, I like the sleeper look. I mean, I would much rather leave it like as stock
as
I
it is.
can.
He's a stock man then.
Yeah. I love just gapping people and they're being like...
And you love gapping
wow,
them and telling them that it's stock.
What is this? Yeah.
The Gapplebees.
The Gapplebees sticker. Love gapping people on the ceiling.
Yeah, he's got to gap them all the time.
Yeah.
So these doors are nice and heavy, but I believe they do have this satisfying sound when you close them as well.
I guess it is a CBU unit, Germany standards.
This is a CBU thing, totally. Abhishek, would you be so kind or just simply rev this thing up for us once while it's idle right now?
Yeah, sure.
How does it sound? Is what we're going to figure. It is bubbly. And yeah. But it does sound like the engine's making a lot of noise as well. I guess it will sound much better when it's running. On the road, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Getting in to the GLA 45's cabin. Bucket seats with some heavy thigh bolstering. And they're actually really fancy looking. I really love these inlets out here for the harnessing if you wish to do that. Red stitching all around, red stitching on the seat belts as well out here. They're totally reddened up. And of course these accents are on the AC vents as well. They're just simply brillante to look at. So very aesthetically designed. I think Abhishek has sort of done this part by himself. It actually had a bit of suede Alcantara running around the steering wheel, but then he decided to get some kind of red stitched up out here. Aside from that, the headroom is pretty decent. The panel roof fills in a lot of light inside here. Take a look at this automated 7-speed gearbox right out here. It even says AMG on the top of it. Then we have this little bit of a click wheel to control the infotainment system up there. And this is that typical old school Mercedes design language in which the screen was pretty much slapped onto the dashboard. Then we have this bit of stitching out here, more leatherette along the dash. This little veneer and silver running across it, giving it that nice little contrast. And then we move down here into the center console. We have these buttons, typical Mercedes design language again. Your traction on and off switch, your auto start stop button out there. It even has a ventilated seat option right out here, which is pretty cool. Despite these are those sporty bucket seats, you could just simply turn them on from there. Abhishek, are these the heated seats?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what these are. These are your heated seats. Diving deeper into the armrest out here, the storage is kind of alright. It's not bad at all. It slides forward and backward. And let me see, no, you cannot height adjust it. It's just going to stay at that level and you can take it front and back. Neat looking cup holders. And dropping into the glove box right here. The storage is pretty ample out there as well. Overall, I feel it's super sporty. And it gives you that vibe that you are seated in something that is meant to be driven really fast. And as for the driver's cluster, it does show up at a 320 kilometer speedo right there. But I think it's a 250 kilometer per hour limited top speed on this vehicle. As the RPM as well, it runs up to 6,500 RPMs right there. And as for this little infotainment screen out here, you get your coolant temperature, the vehicle temperature and stuff like that. You get your the gear selector as well, which is up there. And then we even get our digital speed, which is like a tiny bit right in the corner there. And then you could even set up your lap times, which is really fancy. And pretty much that's about it. As for the infotainment screen, you get a large clock in the middle. You can also select your audio settings or which track to play using a 9-speaker audio system in this car. As for the navigation, yeah, there we have it. It looks extremely dated. It looks pretty much 2015 and 8 years old right now. But as for the air conditioning system, we do have a dual zone climatic control system out here with your fan speed being adjusted right there and your temperature control on either side. As for the seat controls, we do have memory function seats. Seat controls are very good. You could just simply move them along the side, typically of Mercedes, to have this right up here on the door panel. Getting into the back seat of the GLA 45 right here. It's nice and cubby, the front seat's in my position, and there's pretty ample amount of legroom. The headroom's good too, but probably someone who's 6 foot would find the head almost touching. Now besides that, the panoramic sunroof makes its way back all the way right here to the rear end as well. Now as for the under thigh support on these seats, it's kind of lacking because as you can see, my thighs aren't really that well supported. We have this thick transmission tunnel running in the middle as well. So 3 at the back is a complete struggle. 2 at the back is definitely the way to go with it. And then we also do get this armrest down here. A couple of cup holders right in there in the middle. Got a couple of AC vents out here as well. A bit of an ashtray inside there as well as a 12-volt charging socket. There are no real sunshades or anything along the door panel out here, but the materials are nice, very lovely to hold and touch. Get this all out of the way, and let's quickly make ourselves into the driver's seat and take off. So we're moving in the comfort mode in the GLA 45 right here. Everything is pretty much muted from the engine sound to the exhaust right now in this mode. There are no farts, no burbles, nothing coming out from that exhaust right there. Speaking of the suspension and stuff, we do get these rattles that creep into the cabin, and I think that's also down to the age of the vehicle. So we're moving on this bumpy patch right now, and although this is a little bit of a crossover setup, this car, you'd be led to believe that it's supposed to ride and glide over these, but no, because of the 19 inches that we're running with, you can feel pretty much any kind of undulation and imperfections on the tarmac right in the cabin right here, right below your palms on the steering wheel. As for the driving position right now, I feel like I'm in a commanding spot. The seat's gripping me very well. Overall, the visibility, there's nothing really obstructing me. It is a much higher feeling than a low-sitting sedan. The A-pillars are chunky, but still they're not really obstructing, not really creating any kind of blind spots. Rear view glass is small, but it's still manageable. All around the cabin, it's pretty airy thanks to the Spano sunroof as well on top of me. It's very well lit up. Let's quickly now get out of the comfort mode and flick it into the sport mode to start hearing some sounds on this car. We're performing these quick overtakes as though it's nothing. There's not much of that exhaust or that engine sound that comes into the cabin that really makes you smile too much. Perhaps if the windows were down, the story would have been different. In this car, with the all-wheel drive system, it's a bit front-wheel biased, but it can corner right along the sides here. This is 350 horsepower that we're talking about, and that 450 newton meters of torque that's coming right in. but there's this groan that's coming out of the engine, which doesn't really seem too pleasing. Seems more vacuum cleaner-esque. You gotta really agree and accept the fact that this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder that we're driving. So it's pretty much the best it's doing, unless of course you got a downpipe running onto the system and then extract more of that sound, and the vocal performance would definitely stand out. Put your foot down and it downshifts instantaneously and the car just simply takes off. And we get a nice little fart as well right of that exhaust pipe right there. And the braking too is good. We're gonna downshift a couple of times. We just simply blitz past traffic like a bullet. It's just super enjoyable. I love the way I'm so snugly fit into these seats, these buckets. They're actually Recaros. So that pretty much sums it up with the GLA 45 right here. If you're talking about mileage figures as well, we're closing out at around 4.5 to 5 kilometers per liter with the way I've been driving it right now. Get out of the vehicle. And that pretty much does our drive for the GLA 45. It's one hell of a car in a small package. Abhishek, I think you definitely made the right choice, my man, by picking this one up.
Thank you.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. It was super agile. I told you so much about it while we were driving it down. In terms of practicality as well, I feel it ticks off pretty much every box out there. Super thanks to you, Abhishek, for letting us take this out today.
No worries,
really appreciate it. And I hope you get another car soon so we can take that one out too.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll see you guys. Yeah, for sure. I'll see you guys for the next one.